Good morning everyone and welcome to a new episode of my Pillars of Eternity Let's Play. Previous episode I started Raedric's Keep. I've been in the sewers, that was fine. One thing I have to tell you is I felt it was rather easy, mostly because I think I went there later than I was supposed to. So I'm giving it a try. I've upped the difficulty. I'll do it at least for this part. I mean, it's part of Act 1 and really I'm in Act 2. Simply it wasn't very challenging last week, so, well, this week it is going to be simple as that. So, let me see. I had got out of the sewers and finally somewhere in the hold. I'm already sneaking, that's good. Let's take everyone and go.
Of course.
I'll see how it goes. If it, I mean, I would like to be able to complete this on hard, even though I don't know how the settings hard makes the game, you know, harder. Looks like we have 2 people. Did I say I was going to rest? I don't remember. It might be. Especially when I've decided to play on hard, maybe, just maybe, I should be a little more careful about my health before I go.
Yes?
At the very least, Kana, have you used your healing ability? Well, it's not a crazy amount, but...
Laying low.
I only have 2 kits to rest, so I'm gonna have to push on a little bit before I
Alright
rest.
then. Hey.
Hey there, you're a bit slow. Okay. Let's just quickly make sure everybody has their right weapon equipped. We're good with that. Raedric guard. You know what, since I'm thinking of resting, there's no reason why I shouldn't use... I have not used those yet, have I? Even though I have 2 per encounter, I should use them automatically, really. The problem with the book slam, I mean, it makes me giggle every time, but I think he needs to get a lot closer and then... Yeah. Okay, it's a good thing I used the spell from the get-go. Speaking of which, Aloth has used his. I would like to make sure the guards stay in this area rather than swarm me. Durance, you have also cast your spell. You may carry on with this one. Oh, there's a priest somewhere. So we have a spellcaster. I'm gonna have to try and take it out as soon as possible. What else can you do? Marked prey. We'll keep that for the priest for now.
I'm
Let's
here.
see about killing. I'm so cautious now because I know it's on hard mode. Second wind, that's absolutely not what I wanted you to cast. To move, looks like my little fox is trying to get to the enemy. A sellsword. The Raedric guard, that's the one I started fighting with and is only badly injured. Isn't that interesting? I'm gonna switch to this one. Because that way the fox will be able to help, that's one thing. How are we doing? 2... Yeah, I don't want you to autocast the spells, so... It would be nice if a couple of them could be dazed for a little while. And or...
Yeah, like worse than rough.
Yes, somehow he cannot cast a spell. Endurance. Find a way. Okay, that's one down. Let's go back to the guard. In the meanwhile, if I can cast it, I need line of sight. Okay, maybe that's an opportunity to see about using other spells. Increase the slash and shock damage reduction for allies. You have 3 as well. We're going to have the same problem. You're not gonna have line of sight, so instead reduce the damage reduction of enemies in the area of effect. That's not bad. Now that they're gathered, you're still trying to cast your spell. You can have the marked prey later. I want to keep it for the spellcaster. They're pretty resistant, aren't they? So, let's make sure everybody... Okay, they're frightened, they're blessed, well, they got everything going on. I think I shouldn't ease on them. I did a little too well blocking them, and now even my little fox has problems. Quick, Foxy. My fox has 0 interest into moving. Let's get rid of the priestess.
I'm here. Mo.
Okay, I think I should be able to handle the last one. The bows and arrows. Okay. Well. That's a lot of loot.
Of course. Keeping an eye out.
Not bad, and I haven't taken a lot of damage. That's pretty low. But while I have all kinds of potions to get my endurance back, I don't have anything for health, except, you know, rest. Let's check. No, I don't think so. So, is that the guards' quarters or something? Under the pillow is a wooden medallion carved with a rising sun and 3 stars. It's tied to a leather thong. Oh yeah, I'm totally stealing that and that. And that apparently space is not an issue just yet. So you betcha I'm gonna steal everything. Okay. No one here? Oh. Oh, I thought that was surprising. So it looks like one probably is more. Let's try that again. Just going to quick save. You never know.
Leave it to...
You are casting haste or something of that kind. Fair enough. Okay, let's use all the per encounter ability. There's no point not using them. I'm gonna want you to get a bit closer. Per rest. Per rest. That's per encounter, but that's only when I go melee. So for now, just okay, endurance. You might be in a better position now. Yep, that's a little better. Right. Now that they have kindly gathered, let's keep fighting this one. Good. Next, cell sword. It's a miracle, you know. Kana is not killing those 3 and Aloth is not killing those 2. A miracle.
All right, then.
What interesting description of the table are we gonna get? Silver forks and knives are glued with tarnish. Ooh. Talk about past glory. Up. Health-wise, well, every fight is a little more dangerous. Gonna risk it before resting. There's at least 2 of them. Ooh, okay. So let's try to make this fight go as fast as possible. I don't really want to get the endurance, but certainly want to make them all feel very bad. Can I get singing? This is a single target. This is a touch spell, so I don't want to get in close. That is going to, oh, not necessarily burn everyone. Let's try. There, the green one is Adair. Let's try that. I hope I'm not going. I quick saved a while ago. Let's buff everyone. Let's try and take the first one down as fast as possible. And little fox, well, run please. Alarm, that's not good. The other one wouldn't raise the alarm. Okay, Adair, you keep fighting. You're onto that one. Finish it off. I keep singing. You keep singing. Everyone feels a bit better. Let's make everyone feel even better. And you keep on attacking that one until it's dead. Alright. Next, gonna have to take down these. Though the priest is injured, that's good. Gonna have to take this one down. However, you stay here and keep this one occupied, I think. You can even trip him. I'm gonna move melee. Kenna, you're still here. You can stay the way you are. Ella, certainly have to get you out of the way. Far. Invisibility would be good right about now. Endurance is right there. Now would be the time for a touch spell. And you help and finish this one off quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of them that, you know, really like our little Ella. Oh crap. Oh yes, not as okay, that was scary. It's the berserker effect. For a second I was like, oh my god, what's happening to me? So you're taking a lot of damage, I know. But with all the guards here, you're near death, that's good. Keep fighting this one, please. Keep running. Wait. I have to move a little bit. Okay, what about now? Yes, now is good. Keep on moving. Seriously, how long do you want to chase a poor little wizard?
Mow it.
Good. Took your sweet time to lose interest in my wizard. How are we doing? Oh, he took a lot of damage. Clearly. I really want to keep him away from the fight. Right now I'm taking care of that one. This is a perfect time to bring a ghost. And even though I don't like them much, I can use the help. Let's have Lilies as well. Suddenly it's a bit there's a bit more green. I like that. I think Adair should stay around here to make... Actually, if you could disrupt the priest, that'd be nice. Real nice. The others, go for this one. Come on, die quickly. Oh, I see the effect is over. This is when I want to disengage, if possible at all. You stay where you are. And the phantom is gone. Let's go back to range. Let's try that. You die now. Thank you. So that everyone can get rid of the priest. I think it's been doing enough damage already. Priest down. Steady sword down. Archer. Well, the skeletons, they really last long. Well, yeah, a bit longer than the phantom.
Course.
Yeah, you think I deserve to rest now? I honestly, I think so. I mean, I need it. Damage reduction, I don't think we have a heal multiplier. I mean, that's... What sort of healing? Because if it's endurance, I'm usually fine. If it's health, I don't know how to heal that just yet. I'm gonna keep movement for now. Let's rest. Oh, Durance, is this when you want to start your trials? Like, really? Okay. You awake to see Durance, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers as it stops and casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except from the staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engraving. As you watch, the engraving glows thinly red, like through the cracks of heat-suffused wood. The lines stream like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heart beat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they're arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, all of it strangely silent, and then suddenly there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durance in the same place, still holding the staff, but he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what occurred. And I get experience for that? Why, thank you. I mean, I shouldn't be... Oh, just look at that. Durance, do it again. Oh, he wants to speak though. Thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I had questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire and I saw a great light from your staff. Why were we supposed to meet? I wanted to ask about the region. Tell me about Magran. Well, tell me about the staff.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a flash like an explosion rushing. Yeah, exactly that.
It is the light of the God Hammer you saw.
The light of the God Hammer.
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
What do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' war to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Eothas overstepped. The God Hammer reminded Eothas of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten. There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who would come to stand on the bridge to stop Eothas.
What do I go for? I think I'll have all the options, so let's go with the first one. Shadows of the 12.
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were 12 shadows cast, 12 faithful of Margren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the God Hammer.
The God Hammer. Durance rests the staff in front of him, and the flame atop it curls for a moment. The light flaring slightly, it splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until 12 is met.
As 12 held Eothas fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the God Hammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadow seems sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at the tiny candlelight flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer. Marked by Margaret.
What do you mean shared their fate?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence.
Creepy.
The connection we once shared with Margaret. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory, being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margaret was pleased by what we had done.
Tell me why?
The world is broken, the wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart, perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Margaret shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance.
I don't know if Eder is listening to any of that.
Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margaret's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
So what did you do?
I remembered Margaret's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal? As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margaret at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
What happened when you returned to
The
Ashfall?
road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Poe had asked. Grab victory from defeat and...
Oh, okay, so not so keen on his god anymore. You feel as if your god has betrayed you? Do you feel as if you betrayed your god? Well, the word whore would indicate that he blames her, so let's go for number one.
There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. a relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
Okay, options. Maybe the purges weren't what Magron wanted either. Let's hope so. Or, now see why you call your goddess a whore. She jilted you and you still pine for her. No, I wouldn't go for that. You committed atrocities and your goddess has shut you out for it. Exactly. No. It doesn't seem Magron's silence is your trial. I'm hesitating between 1 and 5. I'm gonna go for 1. I'm hopeful. Sweat collects in the snooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is, for once, at a loss. Filling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of a dirty hand.
Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet.
Oy oy.
Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
Durance glares at you, and staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
Okay, tell me what happened on the bridge. We chose the bridge because we could control it. Durance's hand tightened at the top of the staff, as if holding it by the neck. It was a place where we could choke Eothas in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was the spine of the direwood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. Durance studies his staff, his eyes traveling along the edging. Any weapon. Durance's face hardens, and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Eothas knew that as well, and so did his vessel, in its arrogance. His hands tightens on the staff. He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the backs of the direwood. And we intended to burn him with the light of our faith, and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it. Give ourselves to it, yes.
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
I'll go for number 2. Why Widewind?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us. You don't kill the god, you kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin, burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did, at the cost of our own, and at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? Maybe. I'm gonna go for that. Sounding all smart and insightful. Durance frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others. Okay,
If
fair
you
enough.
fear for my spirit, Your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger. Made me re-examine the teachings of Margarin. Put them in a new light.
It looked as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half. Do I want to keep on being insightful? He didn't take it too well the first time. But then again, curiosity.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Oh well. The next item on my quest list is continue to get to know Durance. Fair enough, I'll keep him around. Right. I mean, with all that, I have only cleared 2 rooms. 2 rooms and a big chat in the middle of the enemy
Laying low.
hold. Alright, everyone is feeling quite healthy right now. Just quick save. It's not that the chat was not interesting or anything, but spell right, cell sword. Let's back up for a while.
Hey,
How may I help?
I'm here.
Okay.
hey.
Interesting how everybody just stopped. How many of them? There's only one way to find out.
All right then.
2? If it's just 2, I'm very, very happy for that. No, that's good. And I would get rid of the spell right first. Sorry, Eder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that was quick spell casting. Seriously. Little fox, you have a bit of a pathfinding issue.
I have them!
Okay, that was nice. Wee, spellbook! Did that go straight into the chest, maybe? Yes. And all these that I can sell later on. Lots of money. Okay, what? That's the spell rights. I think I should finish the... Still have a lot to learn. Okay. From Maywalls, that's the last one. So now I know. Maywall's Grimoire learned. 3 more spells from Nereids. Lutherana learned. Level 3 spells, I can't cast them just yet. I need to level up, hopefully soon, very soon. I know the Jolting Touch, but don't like touch spells. Rolling Flame, Mirrored Image, 200, let's do that. Okay. Alright, that was a nice
All
fight.
right then.
Took
Light,
no
flame,
damage.
and
Got a
sound.
grimoire.
We'll keep to
Would that be the
ourselves.
main entrance? No. The joints are fringed with rust. The emblem on the breastplate is of a tree with broad, heart-shaped leaves. No, that's it. Wait, wait. Would that be to go outside? Yes. With a bunch of guards waiting. I mean, the alarm has been raised, I guess. But maybe going through that door was not the brightest idea. I mean, I wasn't sure it was the door out. I mean, it was blue. Okay. I don't want to do that. That's... Where's my quick save? That's the one I had. I don't want to fight the guards outside. I'm already inside. And since I can rest only one more time, unless I find more campfire kits, I'd rather not fight. Okay. Well, this fight, I know
Hey.
of it, and
All right then.
That's it!
right. I'll learn the spell later, so not going through there. Thank you.
Nice and quiet.
Same thing. This is empty.
I can do that.
No, you cannot. Maybe I can.
This won't stop me for long.
Okay, even I cannot.
Of course.
I mean, even with my level 3 skill. So this is pretty much explored. Going back here then. One enemy spotted. I'd like to see that room. One here. Two there. Puppy, come back. Good puppy.
Hey. Hey.
Should be able to take this one by surprise. Nice. Thank you, Itumak. Okay, ready for the next fight.
Hey.
Margaren's fire casts light in